What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another One Piece sim video, and this time it's going to be another high ranked ladder video. This time it's going to be GP Luffy versus Bonney. Let's get into the lists. By the way, both of these players are about similar rank. They're about 3,000 million berry bounty. Jeez, it's so confusing. 3,000 million berry bounty on the ranked ladder, which puts them, to my calculations, approximately in the top 30 of the rank ladder at the current point of recording. So a couple of high-ranked players going to play a good match here between Bonney and GP. Let's get into the list. So the Bonney is on normal, 4 Cavendish. Interesting stuff is like 2 Pedro, 4 Shanks, 3 Kid, and 3 Dofi. 4 Hoodie Jones, 3 Carrot, 3 Rogue, and like triple killer. There's like the interesting cards. No smoker. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously the kid is extremely good in the matchup. And then GP is on double Zoro, double Demonic Aura, Demonic Aura, and then 3 Electric Luna, Gamma Knife. This seems about to be the most interesting stuff. Luffy Taro and Nico Robin. Alright, so let's get into the opening hands here. GP is going to mulligan and go first. They're going to mulligan into Going Merry. When you're at sea, you fight pirates. Double Zoro Rush and Usohachi. Bonney's going to go second. Keep their hand of Dish, Hoodie Jones, Apu, and Pedro. Luffy's just going to play down their stage, draw a card. Or no, they're going to search into the Luffy Taro, my bad. Pass turn. Bonney's just going to pass. They're not even going to establish the killer, which I guess is fair enough. It kind of plays into the Zoro, because you need 2 or more characters on field, and that's just another character. That's not going to do anything that adds to the count for Zoro Rush. GP Luffy's going to go 7. They're going to take it, hit a Cavendish, draw into a killer, swing 5 into 5. They're going to take it, and then just play Pedro, pass a turn. I guess if you don't know what Pedro does, he's a blocker, and then on KO, rest opponent's Dawn, or KO a rested 6 or less. GP's going to go to 5 Dawn here, and they don't have Sanji Pudding, so that's not great for them. They're going to swing 6. Bonney takes it. I'm guessing hoping for like a kid here soon. And then they're just going to play Zoro and find that Sanji Pudding, and funny enough, their life was the kid. They're going to draw into the third killer. On their 6 Dawn turn, going to swing 5 to 5. They're going to take it, play Cavendish, restand 2. Attach 2 to Pedro and swing 7. And they're going to take that too. So GP goes down to 1 life, but with a whopping, 11 cards in hand. They are going to play the Luffy Taro, Dawn -1, play the Sanji Pudding, Dawn -2 for leader ability, restand 2, gain 1 active, so they're at 3 Dawn here. They are going to swing with the pause. Okay, so I see what happened here. So they buffed their leader by 1,000 for the leader ability. Then they're going to play the Demonic Aura. Demonic Aura is going to tap the Zoro, give leader plus 3,000 to rest the Cavendish. And then they put a Dawn under leader to make it go to 10,000. Swing 10 into 6. The Bonney player is going to rest the Sanji Pudding that was played off of the Luffy Taro, and they are going to let the Cavendish die to the 10 swing. I guess that is important, if you're trying to avoid getting kidded this turn, you just want to kill him next turn. I could definitely see why you would Demonic Aura there. But Bonney's just going to have that second Cavendish, going to restand 2, swing 9 into life, put the GP Luffy hopefully at 0, but GP Luffy is going to counter out with a 2-2 because their leader is 6. and then pass the turn. GP is going to play that second Sanji Pudding. Going to, I believe, draw a card. Oh, yep, draw a card for that one. Don -2, restand 2, gain 2. Going to swing 7 with the Sanji Pudding, get the other Sanji Pudding tapped. And they're going to block with Pedro to kill that second Sanji Pudding. I believe Luffy tapped for both of the 1-drop events and searched into Giant Usohachi, then swung 6/6. Bonney takes 2 of the hits and then GP is going to play down their Nico Robin. And then keep a Dawn standing for Gum Gum Giant. But Bonney's just going to end up playing this Captain Kidd, going to swing 6 with the Cavendish, get a 1K out of hand, and restand 2 Dawn. Going to give a Dawn to the Kid, play the Killer, and then hard play the Rosinante, and then just pass, I guess. Can't really swing with leader this turn, because the opponent's leader is, like, the opponent's lowest character / leader is 6. But GP is going to swing 10 into the Kid. They're going to get their Pudding tapped and just going to get a 2K, 1K. Not going to use any of the blockers here. But GP will have the second Demonic Aura. They're going to tap their Nico Robin, give Zoro plus 3,000 to tap the Killer. Because if they tap the Rosinante, it's completely useless. And we're going to be able to go 10 into the Kid and going to get 3 1Ks out of hand. GP will then use their leader ability and going to go 9, knowing that the opponent has no 2Ks. Going to have to block that and then just put up the second Nico Robin. So it looks like Hody's just going to win the game here. They're going to play Hody, tap the Nico Robin. Goes 6 at life, 6/6, restand 2, going to get a 1K counter. Going to go 6/6 with leader, get a 1K counter. I guess just 10-10, 9-10. They're going to be able to get out of this 9, and GP loses. Or Bonney loses, sorry. And they're going to have to swing into the Sanji Pudding. Yeah, I think maybe you just swing bigger numbers there, probably. They're going to swing 10 with the Luffy Taro. That's going to get a block. 10 into the Kid. Or sorry, 11 into the Kid, and they're going to give up the Kid, but they're going to tap the leader, so they have no more swings. They could tap the Nico Robin to swing 5, but this way they can hold up at least one or the other, the blockers or one of the Gum Gum Giants. They're going to go Hody Jones, tap both blockers, going to swing 6 into 5 because they didn't leader ability last turn, which I think is obviously a mistake. Going to go 9 into life, going to Gum Gum Giant. And actually Bonney does get the win because they weren't able to out the Kid. So wow, I'm actually pretty surprised that Bonney was able to get that one, given that I maybe think that they misswung their swings the turn before. I just think you swing differently there, maybe like an 8 with the Cavendish instead, just to constantly demand 2K, 1K, because especially since I had no Dawn standing, it's just like super free to make your opponent give up a 2K, 1K. Like every single swing, like you just go 8s across the board, and just not give value to their 1Ks. But regardless of that, because the GP didn't have like Gamma Knife or anything like that, they could only just sit behind blockers. Obviously, the Hody is going to close out the game. So yeah, so pretty interesting game there. Kid, doing Kid things as Kid is apt to do. So. Either way, GG's to both those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.